Hi everybody, I'm back. It's Amy at Crafty Cat, and so I wanted to show you what I have been working on. I did both sides of the 9x12 envelope that we were working on, and I've gone around and stamped like some random numbers and some little dots and a little bit of Tim Holtz script, just little parts of it all over the place, and I used some black acrylic paint and went all around the edges and kind of, you know, rubbed a little bit here and there and then wiped it off, kind of like a dry brush sort of effect. And then just now I did this black tissue paper here, so it looks a little shiny. It's just a tiny bit tacky right there, but it's for the most part dry. So the inside's still the regular 9x12 envelope color, but the whole outside has been finished. And what I thought we could do is do sort of like a, instead of a faux front envelope, do a faux back envelope, one of Gayle Agostinelli's faux envelope style, you know, type things. So I have two pieces of black paper here, and it'll open like that, and then you can put a notebook inside is what I thought would be good, just to not make it too fat. So I've painted this composition notebook, sorry I couldn't think of the word, and it's a smaller one. It's 70 sheets, and I found these at Target. So I just painted the whole outside with black acrylic paint, and I did go a little bit on the edges, and there's some spots in here where it came through, but we'll probably be covering this because it's really shiny. So I like the lines, but maybe we can do like tissue paper or something that you can see through to still see the lines. I don't know, I haven't decided on that fully yet, but I covered it, you know, painted it entirely black, and it'll just slip right down inside of there. Fits really nicely, and it'll be flat enough, I think, that unless we fill it too full, but that it shouldn't affect, you know, really a whole lot of this faux envelope thing on the outside. So that is what I'm working on, and I was going to use my new Spooky Times Digi. So that's what I wanted to do today. And so if you want to, I mean, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I just stamped around different spots using stamps and black paint, so that's how I covered it. Alright, so let me see. We need, this one doesn't need a flap because it's got one, but this one will need a flap to hold it onto that. The only thing I'm concerned about is that there is a little texture on here, so it might be kind of tricky to get it to stick down right, but this is pretty thick card, so I think that it'll probably be alright. So I think that's what I'll do with this piece, is go ahead and attach it, since you know, we know that's where that's going to go. I'm using tacky glue because it holds really well. I just want to make sure I get really all the edges super covered. Hope you're all having a nice weekend. We are having a very nice weekend. We went yesterday. My niece came into town, and we picked out a wedding dress for her, so I'm very excited about that. She found one, and it wasn't too difficult at all. She likes pretty simple. She's not super blingy or anything, so we found one fairly easily, so that was nice. But it was fun seeing her try on all different wedding dresses. She looked beautiful, so I'm excited. She's not getting married until June, but we all know how long it takes to do these things. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But everybody's home today, so you might hear, I don't know, the boys are watching something on video or something. I don't know what they're doing, but that's probably what you can hear. So, it sounds like it's a call of some kind. I don't know what they're doing. I'm upstairs, they're downstairs. So, but anyway, it was a very nice day, and then we went over to my husband's mom's because the boys all hung out and went to the fair and stuff like that. So then we went over to his mom's house and had some very nice dinner. Barbecue. So I've just been busy. That's why I haven't been on for a few days, but my camera is working again, thankfully, at least for the moment. So we'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it doesn't break too, because I don't want anything else breaking. I'm going to go ahead and clip this because it's not really wanting to stick super well to this, so. Grab some more clips. And I'm just going to hold this down. See, this is the reason black is hard, because if you get any glue on it, you can really see it. We're going to be covering a lot of this anyway, but that kind of drives me batty with the black. Make sure it's straight. That would be helpful, right? I can kind of move them in a second. I just want to make sure that all sticks down. Let's get this side over here for a second. It's the tricky part with all this is sometimes there's too many layers and it makes it hard to make it stick, but hopefully we can get it. So yeah, hold on just a second. Hi, I went ahead and asked them if they could turn that down a tiny bit. It was loud. So anyway, so that's like that, and I'll cover this too, I think. I was gonna just go with the black, but it's too shiny and I don't like that, so I'll fix that too. Alright, so then we need, I don't know why I didn't leave like an extra piece on this to work as a hinge, but I wasn't thinking about it and I was just thinking about the size of the paper, so we're just going to add a hinge, which is pretty easy to do. Is this the same? Not quite. I really want it the same length because I just think it'll look better if it's not too short or something. Cut it right there. So yeah, she picked out a super pretty A-line dress. It's got a pretty kind of latticey top. It's very pretty. It's always hard to explain these things, but, and kind of all the tulle and stuff at the bottom, but it's not too like puffy looking, so it's very pretty. And of course I had to cry because that's what I do. Then I got my daughter crying and my niece crying. my sister somehow got away without it, but she was teary-eyed and stuff, but I think she's tougher than I am. I'll cry at commercials and everything, so it doesn't take a whole lot. I don't really like the way that kind of split, but let's see. Is this the right direction? Just want to make sure before I put it on there, because it's almost a square, but it's 8.5 by 9 is what this piece is. So I think that's right. Let's see what we get. I actually think I'm gonna taper these. I just watched Gayle do this because she just did one again recently, and that's kind of what triggered this whole thing. I was like, oh, it'd be kind of cool to do like a big one, you know, like this. So I'm just taking off that corner just so you're not seeing any of that hanging out the side. You just really want to make sure you get the edges really the most. And you could use that tape, like that double-sided tape, or whatever adhesive you like to use for this. This is just what I like. Works for me. Check again to make sure, because see, I was going to do it on the wrong side and then that would have been a disaster. So go like this. Had to get it straight in my mind how it was going to go. My head's not in there. Just need to move this down a little bit. Yeah, they may end up having the wedding here instead of, they live in Arizona, and obviously June in Arizona will be quite hot. So they're thinking about having it here, which would be super awesome for us. Plus, then we can help a little bit more. It's hard, obviously, to be of much help when you're that far away. I'm going to get a wipe because I'm sticky and that's sticky. I know, art glitter glue. Everybody keeps telling me. I just like my tacky glue. It really does stick super well, so, and I trust it. And a lot of this, like I said, is going to get covered, so it's not like a huge thing. So that will work well, I think, once we get that on there. And that glue is going to dry clear too, so. And I normally wouldn't have put that much, but I just want to make sure this all stays together really well with the hinge opening and closing and that. Yeah, we went to a couple of different places to pick out wedding dresses. I cannot believe it. I mean, I did it pretty simply. I kind of found one in a magazine that I liked, and then I went and bought fabric and lace and all of that, and I had a lady, a seamstress, make it for me. And it wasn't exactly, but it was just the idea of what was in the magazine kind of thing is what I wanted, and so it was pretty easy as far as I didn't go try on lots of different dresses or any of that when I got married. But it's all very fancy now. So. And expensive. I'm like, I'm in the wrong business. For sure. Anything that says wedding on it and that they charge twice as much. All the jewelry and everything, it's crazy what they charge for stuff. She found this little belt that she liked at the first place to go on the wedding dress, that she thought was going to be her choice, but then we went somewhere else and she found one she liked even more, so she didn't end up getting it, but it was like $250 just for the belt, which I thought was insanity. It's like, man, I should start making wedding jewelry. Crazy. I think I'll have it overlap that way just a tiny bit, just because that way if it does get a little bit thicker, it'll be okay still. Just make sure, sorry, I know this part's really real exciting, but it wouldn't, if you were just using the 9x12 envelope itself and maybe just covered it with just a flat paper or something, it wouldn't be this difficult. It's just because I've got this texture on here that's a little bit glossy, so it's wanting to, you know, lift off of it. I mean, I think it'll stick because this is stuck down pretty good now, I think. And then go back and fix that edge if I need to. It's not a hard thing to do. So, I think we can go ahead and start. I think I'm going to do like kind of collage because these sheets, because I have them oriented this direction, they're only 8.5 this way. So I'm thinking that's not going to work very well because you'd have a really wide border if you left it like that. So I think I'm going to do collaging with collage paper. Paper that's already collaged, right? But it's okay, that's fun to do. And I can add a little bit more of laces that I got and stuff like that. So it will work out fine. And I haven't come up with how I want to do it exactly yet, but let me get this out of the way. I'll probably go ahead and use a glue stick for a lot of it. Alright. I like this one because I didn't put any like lined paper or anything with this. That would work. This part of this one would work. Like the cat. I don't think I want that one. This part over here, not that. I like this part. I don't think I'm going to put the ladies on the front. Yeah, so that's probably what we're going to work with is this stuff. I don't need this one. Alright. Okay. I just wanted that black background, I think is good. This may take a bit as far as all the different inside, outside, all of that is going to take a bit, so move it out of the way for a second. I'm just tearing pieces, basically. Oops, I just want to get this flat edge off. I really loved this paper with the burns in it. It's really cool. The original is just disintegrating. It's crazy. I think I'll just go right at the middle, basically. And I'm going to have to do some inking. So yeah, I was watching Gayle do those faux front envelopes, like I said, and it was like, oh man, that would be kind of cool on a larger scale to do something like that. And there's a million ways you could do them. I mean, you don't have to do it exactly the way she does it. It's just the idea of it is so cool. Hers come out amazing. So I thought it would be fun. It's a little bit like those file folders that I've been doing. They sort of have an idea kind of like that faux front thing. I thought it would be fun to do it on one of these big envelopes. There's one piece. Then maybe we could do a piece of lace. I like this. It has a very 20s look, which those ladies are from 1918, so it goes right in that area. Is that a straight? Yeah. I need to take this edge off because it's straight. So the boys had fun at the fair yesterday too. They got to have pronto pups and a little beer. My son ate way too much food. He had pronto pup and this pizza cone or something. I don't even know. And a deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna be ill. he was pretty slow moving for the rest of the afternoon. This is an embroidery that I got with those orange flowers. I think they're pretty. Okay, just want to see. This I printed it out on transparency paper and put it on there. I think that looks cool with the music behind it. So I want a fairly big piece again, I think. Just makes it go a little faster than the little itty bitty pieces when you're collaging. And I think it's easier to do, especially if you're just starting out, to use larger pieces when collaging, because if you try to use a bunch of tiny pieces, it's hard to figure out how to place them and stuff. I just want to see, I'm just trying to get an idea. Yeah, so you can always add a few smaller pieces later, but just starting with a good base of like larger pieces, I just think it's easier. And that's just my take on it. Other people might feel differently, but I just kind of want, you know, a little bit here and there. That weird pointy edge there. That is a serious envelope now. I don't have to worry about it ripping open because it probably lasts forever with all that decoupage on there. Seriously reinforced. Yeah, these papers were really fun to create. If you don't usually watch my channel, my aunt was here when I was kind of working on these a little bit, and she drew some things for me, and all us girls went antique shopping for stuff for it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So, some book page and get some of these down. I'm going to put this one at the top, so I'm going to put that one down first. I like the black paper. I forget sometimes. I really do like the black paper. I think it's because generally I'm using lighter colors, but I do like it as a background. It's really pretty. Just dramatic looking, I guess. These are going to go mow the lawn. Our mower now, though, is so quiet, so we had to get a new one. It's electric and it's way more quiet than the old gas one we had. It's amazing now what you can get for a lawnmower, use for a lawnmower. It's almost too easy. A little glue on the outside there, I don't like that. Got crazy wasp problem this year. I was just thinking about that because they're gonna go mow. Under one of our trees, there's just, they like the little pods that are on the tree, and it's just a swarm of them. It's crazy. And we've tried, you know, the wasp spray and the little thing for them to fly into and get trapped and all of that, and it just seems like nothing is helping. I think that I might have to do, I think that'll work. We'll do a little something down here. Let's see what we got. I'm going to grab something real quick. Kind of thought it might be fun to use some of these possibly ads in this. The purple ones anyway would look kind of neat. Even though they're from the 1800s, not the 1900s, but they're just neat looking. But I think for this, I kind of just want a little bit of this down here. You guys gonna go mow?
Yeah.
Okay. It's too perfect. Oh, you did. Good. I like these numbers up there, but you're not gonna see them. So hopefully Gayle will see this and see her grand scale envelope. I think she's done some pretty big ones too. It's fun. I don't know that I like that, the way that's overlapping. Something about it is bugging me. Maybe if I take just a little bit more of this. Not that one. I have to put the black away when I get doing this because I'll grab the black dauber and then we'll have a mess. I was using it on the outside part to give it, you know, a little bit more color. That's the other thing that I did use on there is the black soot, both for stamping and, yeah, I like that better. And like doing the edges and things so that there wasn't white sticking out. And that one I'm taking pretty much right up to that edge right there. It's kind of good if you're doing things that are about the same size when collaging, like same width. If you have one going one way or the other instead of right lined up together, it tends to look better. It just gives it more of that haphazard look that you're kind of going for instead of like a total uniform look. I'm going to come over a tiny bit more with this piece. You see a little bit more of the black. See, just comes out a little bit further. I just like that. Alright. And we'll figure out something else to put on there too, but right now I'm just working on the main collage part. Can't do too many parts at once or I start to get just too much. This would be kind of cool, this green paper and the burlap. And that, I think this is upside, oh, it is upside down. You can see the music's upside down, but we can do it this way too. Doesn't matter. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit more off of this because I do want some of this over here. I might have to take even more, we'll see. This was the cover of a really old, like 1910 music book, and it just like ripped apart so easy. It was a really almost heavy cardstock type stuff, but it was so old that it just completely ripped apart. It was neat. I guess it depends on how you look at it, whether it was neat or not, but I thought it was neat. And I ripped too much. See how I am? Okay, we can work on that. We may end up putting, you know, some kind of lace or fabric or something on there as well, so not too worried about it. So Rachel just did that mini book, if you guys watch her channel at Roxy Creations, using my mushroom and butterfly kit. It is so adorable. I absolutely love how it came out. I just couldn't believe how cute it was. Maybe I'll come up here and do some type of other paper down there. So let's see. Need a book page again. But yeah, it was so cute with the little tiny tags with the little tiny mushrooms. It turned out adorable. And it was one of the ones that she puts in the little like glassine bags and stuff. She did one not too long ago. Well, actually right before this, I think, is when that was. But yeah, it was very cute. I thank her very much for that. And then Gayle's beautiful Dioro, and Allie, the Cockney Crafter, is also working on one with the Dioro kit that's looking gorgeous. So I just want to thank all of them because they do amazing work, and it really, you know, makes my paper look good, which is really awesome. Very talented people. I know Samantha's working on one. I'm trying to think, what did I send her not too long ago? I think it was Dioro. I'm not sure. But I'm going to turn this way. Just stitching that's on the bottom of this same embroidery. We'll plunk that down there. So yeah, don't think you have to, if you want to do your own collaging, you can use these as tear sheets. Totally, they'll work. Definitely, there's neat elements in there, so you don't have to use them the way they are. You can definitely do your own thing and do a whole new collage. So, but I just like to do the collage, and I know that some people don't like it, and so it gives you an opportunity too. If you just want to make a quick tag or whatever, you can just plunk one down on there and be done. I don't mind it with that black on there actually, so I'm not going to really worry about that. Kind of sets it off nicely. And I don't feel like they need to come right together, so but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. I think that's going well. I'll do the inside and get some of this covered up. See, if I would have had the whole idea in my brain, I could have collaged over this as well with the same thing, but I think I'm going to be adding some pockets and things in here, so I'm not really going to worry about that right now. But I do want to get this covered a bit, and then I also think I'll do like a pocket in here that goes this way. So we can put this down. Some of it evolves as it goes along. You get just the basic idea in your mind and then go from there. And it's one of those things that every once in a while at 3 o'clock in the morning I think of an idea. So yeah. Right when you really want to be thinking about it. I really like that. I don't know if I have any more. Let me see what I've got in here. This is what's left. See, that's that music. This is one I did upside down the first time. Oh, that was good. I want a piece of that. That and that. It's old, like some kind of medieval, I don't even know. It's just really cool. I don't know what language it is, but I love these leaves and things on there. I'm trying to decide if I want to come over here. I think this is going to have to be like a different color. But this here goes down here. Doing it this way, it's kind of weird. I guess it doesn't really matter. Or I could do a different lace. And these are from Design Curio, except that one's from this kit. So I just wanted more laces. Could do that along there, that would be kind of pretty. And this one was with burlap, kind of a background. They're very pretty papers, I like them. She does a good job. She has lots of very nice papers, so if you are in the market for something, you could go check her out because she's got some cool stuff. All different stuff, not just like one style, which is kind of nice. All right. Okay. So I think I'll get those two pieces down and then I can figure out what kind of pocket I want to do there. Need my glue book again. Or pages to put under there to glue with. I've got other things stuck to them. I had to get a new weed eater this year too. It's like never ending. We got that a while back, but still, it's crazy when you think about it. My head in there. Okay, there's that piece. Denise at Wonderbar Crafts is working on one too, using the antique posy. Sorry about that. It's hard for me to remember what everybody's doing. Not trying to forget anybody. Yeah, just lots of stuff going on. And I'll put all of them in the link to this on this video so that you can go check out what they're doing if you want to do that. There's some neat stuff. I think I'm going to put this one here just for a little something, and then I'll put something at the top just so we can kind of even that out, and then if the pocket overlays some of it, it's fine, but you won't have the black showing. And I'll probably use the black paper to make the pocket anyway, but it'll get covered too, so like it does. Nice and cool this morning. 56, which is really kind of amazing. It was hot yesterday though. In the afternoon it got real warm. I felt sorry for them being at the fair because I don't know what it is about the fair, but it's always hot during the fair, it seems. It's just the way it has to be. Maybe some more lace would be good. Different one. This is Design Curio. That will work. Best glue sticks ever. Scotch Grate. They work better than any I've ever had. They don't, once they dry, they don't just fall off and stuff like a lot of stuff does. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut a whole sheet again. Three and a half, I think, will be a good size. This is a little under 9. But still need to take a little bit off. It's like one of those weird, you know, they say those envelopes are 9 by 12, but are they really? I just like, I don't know. No, they're really not. So that's covering pretty much all of our, I might just take a little bit more off. I want to see a little bit of that. I like that script. So we can go 9 or 3 and 3¼ instead of 3½. Yeah, I just want to see a little bit of that. I just like that. It looks cool. So I think I'll decorate this before I put it on there, just because I think it'll make it easier. And then I can do the little thumb notch too. I'll use this piece of lace, and that's from my Digi. Sorry with the shuffling back and forth. It's just, you know, when we've got this much room in the camera, it's a little hard to leave everything sitting here. And I did for a while use that for gluing too, but it's just really hard because the glue builds up and then you can't ink and, you know, and make a video and wash it and do all that. It's fine if I'm just doing it by myself, but there's that. Maybe I will put one of the ladies on this, like do the little witch maybe? I'm just going to take a portion because I don't really want the lines, those lines on there. I like the purple in the background, but I don't really want the lines necessarily. And it doesn't matter that it's not ripped entirely straight. It's no big deal. Okay, so I need a few more pieces of things on there. Let's do a strip of this with the spider web. Let's take off this edge first. Well, that's big enough to hang on to. And we're just going to take a strip. Yeah, something like that will work. Just need to get rid of these bits. I'll come all the way to the top too, and then I'm going to do something else in this area, like maybe some of the green that we used before. Sorry, I just moved the whole thing, didn't I? Have to do that at least once a video. So my niece and my sister and my niece's fiance are coming over today for dinner. So we can hang out again before they have to go. They're gonna try to find some place here too. Like I said, but they're looking at some places this week, so. Yeah, I really hope they can find some place here, because I don't want to be down in Arizona then. It's too hot. I'm a wimp. I don't know if I like the way that is. Fingers are sticky. I can put a piece of this. Could do something like this. Yeah, I like that. That's what we're doing. Okay. And if you, just like the designs and stuff too, you definitely can just use those. You don't have to have the ladies. I tried to give it, you know, enough interest and, you know, pages without them and things like that, just so that, because I know some people just like to use the designs and not all the other stuff. This is a straight edge, but I think it's okay since it's going on the bottom down there. But there's definitely lots of cool antique images and things to use, so. Everything's getting stuck together. I need a new glue page. Oh, I didn't do it quite the same, but that's okay. I'll trim those off. I got a little glue on the back, but it doesn't matter, because it's a pocket and you're not going to see it. Alright, so let me move that for a second. And then I'll put this here and do a little thumb notch right about. I'm just going to eyeball. Oh, yeah, there went the glass plate on the floor. I'm not great at that eyeballing thing, so hopefully that's good. The good part about the black is you don't have to ink all that. I mean, you can a little, which I just realized I want to right here because it looks flat, but other than that, you don't have to go all the way around the edge, which is kind of nice. Alright, so I'm going to take some tacky glue and we're going to get that glued on. With my wobbly hands. So that'll be a little hidden tuck spot. How long have we been going? 44. Could go another, maybe get this flap done and then I'll be done for today. Okay, and then I will work on this, so it's not going to stay like that. So let's figure out what we can put right here. We're probably not going to add a pocket on this one, since you're going to have to be able to put the notebook in and out right there. So let me see, what do I want to use? I do some collage maybe on it, but look kind of cool this is. Kind of neat. That. Go do a strip of that. That'll be a good width. I can't grab a hold of those when they're flat on there. And then, what else do I want on there? Have to think for a minute while I do this. Not sure what I want with it. So that there, and then let's see. Cat would be kind of neat down here. It's like part of the eye of the spider web. Not that I need it that wide. Probably not, so I'm going to take a little bit more of this off. Yeah, that'll work. That's another cool piece. So this on here, cat down here. It's a little too square. I need some other something. I like this. I'm gonna have to print this kit again. Let's get this edge off first. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, this is out of, I can't remember what this is called, like manuscripts or something. They're like, from medieval times. I don't even remember what the date was on this one, 16 something or other. But anyway, they're just really cool. I'm for some reason. To me, they look Halloween-y. Even though they're not. They're, I think, pretty religious, biblical type writings. I could go down this side too. No, not this side. I think that fold is right there. Okay. For this edge, I think I'm going to have to use a little bit of tacky glue because it's going onto this glossier stuff. Technical terms stuff. Okay, so I'm going to turn it this way. Get it right on that edge where it's going to fold, basically. I think that'll stick down fine. It's stuck. And I'm going to come down just a little. Poor cat, I need to put him all the way down here so he doesn't end up getting stuck in like his part of his face comes off or something. Ugh, I'm just a sticky mess. I need to go wash my hands. Drives me a little crazy. Okay, so that's already looking better. Then we'll work on this part next time, and I did not get that stuck down very well. So let's do that. Don't want the pockets coming flopping open. Really can't even see that because it's too big. Just fixing this pocket down here, it wanted to come undone. Okay, so that's what we have so far, and I will work on a closure so that it, you know, stays closed. And then that. So I'm going to let you guys go there. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend and a good starting to your week. And we'll chat later, and if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Bye-bye now.